Bugs are creepy little insects that are disliked by many because they suck, bite, sting, and spread diseases. Some of them are responsible for hundreds and even thousands of deaths globally. Number 10. Indian red scorpion. There are about 1,500 known species of scorpions in the world, with only a few being venomous. The Indian red scorpion is the most dangerous of them all, as 40 of its victims get into severe trouble. This bug has caused major problems in Nepal, Sri Lanka, and India, as they are often found in human habitations. They are nocturnal and shy arachnids that sting when threatened. Although they measure less than 3 inches, their potent venom results in vomiting, breathlessness, severe pain, and high or low blood pressure. The poison attacks the heart and lungs. Victims often die from pulmonary edema. Unfortunately, the antivenom has little effect on the bite. However, some drugs can reduce the mortality rate by 4%. Despite the dangers associated with this insect, they're kept as pets in India because they glow under a black light. Number 9. Death stalker scorpion. The second venomous bug that could send one to an early grave is the death stalker scorpion. Their habitats are scattered around Central Asia, the Middle East, and North Africa, thereby rarely kills an adult, but is fatal for children. Except there are sufficient amounts of antivenom, most times children who were bitten by this bug died because doctors treating them think they need less antivenom due to their body weight. In reality, they need more because the ratio of venom to their body weight is higher than in adults. Their venom is a mix of neurotoxins that cause heart failure. People who have been bitten have their blood pressure drop to nearly zero until they're given antivenom. Researchers say that their venom is the most expensive liquid in the world at $39 million per gallon. This is because it's difficult to collect it, as one scorpion has only a drop. Another reason it's expensive is that there are possibilities that it can be used to cure bone disease, arthritis, and brain cancer. Number 8. Satsafly flies. Satsafly flies are native to tropical Africa. These biting flies carry and spread the parasitic infection that causes sleeping sickness. This disease is fatal without treatment, and even the treatment is nearly impossible. The drugs taken to treat the disease must be administered with care, else the parasite develops resistance to it. If bitten by its tsetse fly, you can develop numbness, difficulty sleeping, poor coordination, and confusion moments. After divide, the victim may die. Since this disease is so fatal, migration efforts have focused on controlling them and reducing the cases of bites. Years ago, African sleeping sickness was responsible for killing 500,000 people yearly. While this case may be exaggerated, the numbers aren't a joke. In 2015 alone, fatal cases were estimated at 3,500. Scientists say the illness occurs in local hunters more and is caused by repeated exposure to the bites. Even though the chances of contracting the sickness as a tourist is low, you may need to seek medical help if you develop some of the symptoms. Number 7. Bees. Bees were responsible for about 89 deaths in America in 2017. About 80 of their victims are male. While the bite of any bee results in an allergic reaction, the most lethal of them all is the Asian or Japanese hornet. They're the world's largest, measuring around 1 inch long, with a wingspan of up to 3 inches. The stinger alone is a 1/4 inch. In some parts of Japan, their larvae are considered a delicacy. In other areas of the country, adults are fried on skewers until they're crunchy. Killer bees, or the African honeybee, is another species of the bay. One should be very wary of. They're responsible for at least 2 deaths yearly. The sting is no worse than many other honeybees. What's different is that Africanized honeybees are more defensive, and they sing in higher numbers than other species. They're notorious for killing horses and chasing their prey for a 1/4 mile in the U.S. They live in New Mexico, Texas, Florida, Nevada, and Southern California. Number 6. Black widow spider. From their name, you can guess that these dreaded bugs leave no stone unturned. If they weren't that deadly, they wouldn't be here. There are about 32 species of widow spiders, including northern, western, southern gray-brown, and red widows. They're found on every continent except Antarctica. Females are dark-colored with white, brown, or red markings on the dorsal of the abdomen. Some of them have hourglass-shaped markings, While others don't have them, these widows are usually small, but carry potent venom containing latrotoxin, a neurotic that causes vomiting, sweating, muscle rigidity, and severe pain symptoms. Often last for 3 to 7 days. Only female bites are dangerous to humans each year. This widow bites over 2,000 people. Thankfully, none of them have died since 1983. Unfortunately, some cats that have been bitten have died from paralysis or convulsions. Number 5. Brazilian wandering spider. If a Brazilian wandering spider comes your way, you're in trouble. The first thing you'll notice about them is their leg span, which measures about 7 inches. They vary in color, though most of them are hairy and either gray or brown, found in South America and parts of Central America. They're also called the banana spider because they hide in the fruit when being transported to other countries. These bugs hide around boxes, shoes, houses, cars, and other places they are nocturnal hunters that hide during the day. Instead of building a web, these arachnids feed on spiders, mice, reptiles, and small amphibians. They belong to the family of Venutria, meaning murderers in Greek, according to the Guinness Book of World Records. They're the world's most venomous spiders ever. Although they rarely kill humans, their bite is toxic and causes high or low blood pressure, convulsions, blurred vision, hypothermia, nausea, etc. Number 4. Brown recluse spider. The brown recluse is a small creature, often found in basements and attics, so that they stayed away from humans. They are notorious killers like the black widow. Although they're lethal, there are no documented deaths from the brown recluse. On the other hand, a bite from the insect can ruin your day. This is because it has a neurotic venom that kills tissue. If the bite goes untreated, it can create a bloody hole in your flesh. This part of the body can get infected due to exposure to infection. This exposure can lead to the affected area getting amputated. In severe cases, the poison causes the red blood cells to burst, which is a bad sign. Treatment involves applying ice, immobilizing the limb, and a tetanus shot. One interesting fact about this bug is that they can live for up to 10 months without food or water. This hunger didn't affect their mood. They are identified by their 3 sets of eyes instead of 4. Unlike what is applicable in spiders, you probably won't see the difference until you get too close. Number 3. Fleas. Fleas are small, blood-sucking and wingless insects. They are notorious for infecting their prey with plague. Research said they killed about 25 million people in the 14th century. The World Health Organization estimates that there are about 2,000 cases of plague annually. You might consider this figure is high, but they are underreported. There are a couple of cases annually in the U.S. The illness can be treated with antibiotics. Of the 3,000 species of fleas that exist globally, 1 dozen is considered harmful to humans. They cause a flea-borne variety of typhus and plague. The most important species are the cat, human, and rat fly. However, these names are confusing because cat fleas are more common on dogs than dog fleas. Human fleas prefer to feed on the blood of pigs and humans. You can find these bugs sleeping and resting near the bodies of their hosts, especially cracks on walls and floors, carpets, dirt, and dust. Adults can survive for months without food. When it's time to eat, they can consume blood that is over 15 times their body weight. Number 2. Ticks. Every creature in nature has a unique job to do in the ecosystem. However, ticks don't seem that important, as they should be killed whenever they're found. This is because they can infect one with a variety of pathogens, viruses, protozoa, and bacteria. An individual tick carries a bunch of pathogens, making its diagnosis and treatment complicated. Little is known about the tick-borne diseases because they're so vast. There are about 16 of the diseases, 4 of which were recently discovered. One of the diseases that gets the most attention is Lyme. However, the deadliest of them is Rocky Mountain spotted fever. 30 of the bites result in death, especially when the patient is untreated. Even after the treatment, full recovery is not guaranteed, as the patient may still die afterward. Survivors are often left with lifelong complications. Rocky Mountain spotted fever is most prevalent in Oklahoma, Missouri, and Tennessee. The symptoms include muscle pain, vomiting, fever, headache, and nausea. Although there is no vaccine, bites can be treated with antibiotics. Number 1. Mosquito. Mosquitoes are considered the most dangerous insect species on the planet. This deadly creature causes about 1 million deaths yearly by transmitting deadly malaria parasites. They are known to carry malaria germs from one place to the other and are transmitted through biting. The World Health Organization estimates that the child dies due to malaria every 30 seconds. That's pretty frequent. There are over 500 million cases of the disease reported yearly. Malaria is a blood-transmitting disease. The disease is not communicable, meaning that you won't get it if you have contact with a sick person. Is transmitted only through parasites. Aside from the disease, this insect spreads the West Nile virus, yellow fever, dengue fever, and encephalitis. Since Zika was first reported in 2015, the cases have exploded in over 24 countries. The virus has continued to spread rapidly because this insect is effective at transmitting disease. Since they can fly it, they spread diseases faster than most bugs. See you next time.